Hey everybody, it's Millie with Crafting in My PJs. How are you today? I'm pretty good. Crafting in My PJs is a channel dedicated to quick, easy crafts anybody can do. And we do a lot of Dollar Tree stuff, but lately I've been really into like the junk journaling and those kinds of crafts. But today we're going to do something completely different. We are on our way to the camp. Now, I know a couple of times I have maybe mentioned the camp in my videos. And some of the things I have made in the past year or so were for the camp. But we've never gone to the camp together. So I thought that would be a fun thing to do today. I'm going up just for the day. And I'm going to give you a little preface here. The camp is a shed that my husband and myself and my grown son purchased to camp on this piece of property that my brother-in-law and sister-in-law own. And my sister-in-law and I are best friends, and they purchased 15 acres. It was pretty messed up. They spent a lot of time cleaning it up. I helped just a little, as much as I could, but it was really just a little. And my brother-in-law said to me, pick a corner and you can put something on it. No restrictions from me. And so my husband and I talked about it. We camped out there at first in tents. I'm just a little too old to be tent camping, I'll tell you the truth. The property does have water, has well water. It had a single wide trailer. It was huge, but it was single wide with a septic system, but the trailer was pretty much condemned. It was not ever going to be saved. And so I had wanted to put just a travel trailer, buy a used one, put it on the property. And my husband, he didn't want to do that. He said that it would deteriorate too fast. So we started looking at a lot of shed to house videos. And that seemed like maybe a way to go. And this was all back in spring of 2020, right before lockdown, like literally right before lockdown. Then lockdown hit. For us, it hit in March, and like end of March, maybe beginning of April. And I had convinced my sister-in-law and brother-in-law not to tear down the single wide, to just clean it up until we all had a better place to camp. And so my husband and I had a double bed in their living room of this camp. The bathroom worked, the hot water heater worked. Part of it, about a third of it, we blocked off and nailed shut because the floor was just mush and we were afraid somebody was going to get hurt. The person who they purchased this from he had passed away, and basically it was trashed. His family came in and took what they wanted and just left everything, and it was really kind of a mess. It was a big mess. It was a really big mess. So anyway, in April of 2020, a tornado came through and completely destroyed the single wide trailer, except for the bathroom. The bathroom was still up and standing. There was a couple of broken pipes with the well, but they got that fixed. So they have been, for the last 4 years, rebuilding on top of the single wide trailer frame. And it's a very eclectic build, and it's adorable. My husband and I decided at that time that we would definitely push up our schedule of getting a shed to turn into a shed house and placing it on the property so that people had a place to go, to camp, to sleep. So we purchased our shed to house, which was a 14 by 40 Graceland. And they came on our property and built it. Now, my husband originally started filming all of this and putting on his channel, which is called Boots and Bows Outdoors. But lately, he's not wanted to go to the camp. He's not wanted to have anything to do with the camp. And he much prefers to shoot air guns with his club. And he's been filming that. So he sort of left our cabin as is. My son, we were going to go with a smaller cabin, but my son asked us, he put in half the money, and at the time, in 2020, in April, it was $11,500 to build this shed on the property. We had to we used cinder blocks as the base, and we had to purchase those, and we were able to design the cabin however we wanted. So it came with 3 windows and I think they're called a 9-light door, but I added more windows. 1, 2, 3. Did I add 3 more? Anyway, I gave it a lot more windows because I wanted the light. Now, the mistake I did make was I mapped everything out on graph paper, but I am really not good at this visual perception of something. So I had everything very symmetrical, but what I didn't have was, okay, we're going to put the furniture here, and our windows are in the way of the furniture, and as far as the kitchen goes, I placed it on one wall where the plumbing is on the back wall. We tried to switch it around, it didn't work. So there were some things I learned about that. My husband, Jim is his name, he didn't want to have any part of it. He was like, this is your thing, you do it. So he really didn't help me when it came to designing it. And I think if I had to think about it again, I would consider my window placement, and I would also consider keeping all my plumbing on the same wall. As of right now, we don't have plumbing, so one day that'll be a problem. Well, not a problem. I mean, it's raised, so everything's going to go under the cabin. And we raised it, we had it high enough that young people could definitely crawl under there and put in our plumbing. The other thing is I would like to have had a back door, just for, I think, safety reasons. I want to have a way to get out if something's blocking the front. I don't know. So those are the things that I didn't think about. We have done a lot to this cabin, not as much as you would think in 4 years, but it is a weekend thing that we go through spans of time where we're not there at all, and it has to fit in our budget. So there have been times when I've done a lot of work, and there are times that I've done no work at all. I did get a lot of my items for the cabin free. Ida hit down in South Louisiana back 2.5 years ago, and so people were renovating. So I did pick up free cabinets from people. I picked up a vanity for the bathroom. I picked up flooring. So people would have damaged flooring, but not really all their flooring. So they gave me like the rest of the flooring. I don't know we haven't tried to put the flooring down yet. I am going to do that this summer. I promise you that. Because I don't care if walls are finished or not. I want floor. So I'm tired of trying to clean plywood. That just doesn't work. And we have the grandkids are coming up more now that they're getting a little older. So I'd like something for them to walk on. That would be nice. So anyway, we're going to put down floor. So I'm going to give you a tour of the cabin this trip. I have a few projects I'm working on, but that'll be in another video. I will video it and put it up a few days later or something. I want you to remember, I have made this decision. My husband now does not really want to have much to do with the cabin at all. So everything, and my son does come and help, and his friends come and help. But they are limited. They have young families, they have jobs. I mean, I have a job too. But, you know, their time is not as free as my time. So I have to take my help when I can get it. My son-in-law came and completely wired the cabin up to code. It is phenomenal. He has maybe a few things to finish. Like we need to get ceiling fans, and I haven't gotten those yet because I want the ceiling up first. It is a weekend cabin. It is not our home. So I chose not to go with sheetrock. I did T111 on the ceiling, and as of right now, it looks like I'm putting beadboard on the wall. But I don't know if I'm painting that or if I'm leaving it natural. I don't know what I'm doing yet with the beadboard. The ceiling I did paint, and I have more to paint this trip. That is my one of my goals today. We'll see. All right, so I did purchase some things too at the Green Project and at Habitat for Humanity down in where we live. So my sink, I was able to get my sink for $10. All right, so I don't have plumbing. I don't have my plumbing roughed in. I am putting up, we have framed in 2 bedrooms, a bathroom, and then the rest of the space is open, the kitchen and the living area. All of our furniture has been donated to us, except for the table and chairs, which I did purchase, or my sister-in-law purchased in my behalf from a flea market. I have a beautiful antique iron bed that I'm refinishing right now to go into our bedroom. And yeah, it's, you know, I have set it up. I have decided that if my husband's not going to help me with plumbing and stuff like that, number one, I will eventually figure it out. I've been looking at videos. At least the main part of it. Number two, I am setting this place up so that I can technically live there on the weekends, even without water. I can bring water in from next door, and when I say next door, this is like 10 steps next door. I have a bucket with a toilet seat for the middle of the night, and I go next door to use their bathroom. So technically, especially now that I have electricity and I have window units, I can be cool. I have electric heaters. I can be warm enough in the winter. It doesn't really warm things down much. I can definitely hang in my cabin even without the plumbing. And my sister-in-law will be helping me put up the beadboard and the flooring. My niece that they have the cabin next door, she's done all the flooring in their cabin, so she's going to help me with flooring. It's going to be good. So I am going to be doing some crafting for this cabin, and if you're interested in shed to house or tiny house. Join me for those videos on this channel. Now, I'm not there yet, but I'm getting close. When we get there, I'm going to do a tour of the place so you can see what we've done so far. All right, I'll be back. And we are here. This is our shed to house. It's needing some painting, but all right, I'm gonna go park and I'll take you inside. All right, there she is. Welcome to our tiny house, our shed to house. All right, let's go in. I can tell you right now, my husband and son built the stairs. I need a landing. For sure. I want a porch, but I don't know if that'll help, if that'll come anytime soon. Okay, so this is the tiny house, the shed to house. All right, so first thing we did was frame in bedroom number 1, a bathroom, bedroom number 2, and a laundry / storage area. All right, so this is obviously our kitchen. Tried moving it over here. It did not work with the flow. And then this is our living space. I have insulated 90% of the building except for where water pipes might run. Did not do those. Did get this awesome little stove on Facebook Marketplace for $75, and I am going to be turning it into a propane stove. I'm working on that now. I'm getting some connectors. At the current time, I have a small fridge, which I realized was left cracked open when I left last time. So everything in it is destroyed, and I have to clean the whole inside out. I don't know if that's going to stay there. I think eventually this will go in that space. I will cut the countertop, and so that it can be vented outside and the propane tank can be outside. And then I probably will have a larger fridge right in this area. Right now we have a, we do have a washing machine, which I've actually used it and it's pretty good. We have a futon. That's where the kids go when they come, but it's kind of a mess right now. I'm just noticing. Leftover insulation, which will be stuffed into those areas up there on the end when we go to finish up the ceiling. And we do have a hot water heater. It's electric. It will go outside. Again, that was from Facebook Marketplace. We have another little tiny fridge, which I only plug in if we have family members coming. Two of my air conditions aren't working, but I have one I brought in the car. Got this awesome little heater / fireplace somebody gave to me, and I was very appreciative. Some of our crafting in my PJs projects are here. My cousin made me the antler candle holder, which you can't leave the candles in because it gets hot. This is the little drop leaf table that I was able to get at a flea market. Pretty adorable. And I do have some new material to recover everything. I also have to put my shelves back up there. Well, I got interrupted. Not really interrupted. I've stopped videoing because my sister-in-law was at the door. So that's the tour of our shed to house, our Shabin, our tiny house. I did get the new air condition put in, but now I need to get one more because the one behind me is blowing, but it's not blowing cold. I'm gonna do a Google search and make sure there's nothing I can do to fix it. I guess that's it. I'm getting ready to start cleaning some in here and putting up shelves, and I have some new those temporary blinds, those paper blinds. Love those things. I mean, they're just starting to really fall apart. It's been 4 years, and if you consider the amount of heat, wasp. Okay, he's gone. Oh shit, big one. Okay, he's gone too. All right, so there. All right, really gone. Okay, so this, again, to recap, is a 14 by 40 Graceland. It came with 3 windows, and I added 1, 2, 3, 4 or 5. 1, 2, 3. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I added 5 windows to it because I wanted the natural light. If you're doing something like this, don't just sit down and do your floor plan on a piece of graph paper. Also, I mean, people use like the programs, some apps and all on computer, but I was having a hard time learning them, and it was just taking too long, and we hurried up and decided to do this. So because of the tornadoes, so I didn't have time to play with those programs. But place your furniture and things like your kitchen countertops. If you're going with a standard building like this, okay, so your standard windows, like I wanted a window above my sink. What I didn't realize is the window is gonna go lower than my sink. Since it's a weekend cabin, I think I can just, you know, deal with that. I'll put something behind it, behind the countertop when we decide for sure where everything is going per se. So that's it for the tour. I hope you enjoyed it. If you want to see more videos about the work that I do, possibly with my husband, definitely with my sister-in-law, on the tiny house, the shed to cabin thing, then join me for those videos on this channel. And as always, I will see you on the next video. Bye.